Hello everybody, I am Dark Feral Imp, and I just got done eating a damn cookie. Welcome back to Pokemon Xenoverse. I believe this is episode 9. Anyways, I did my training here in the tunnel. I took out a lot of the trainers. I also bought some repels just so I don't encounter wild Pokemon every damn step. Because this place is Gravity Tunnel, and it is a giant ass cave. Y'all thought Mount Coronet was like crazy? No, this is even crazier. I had to buy 31 repels. That was a burp. Anyways, I also went through here, found a merchant, beat his ass, and I actually got a rare candy and used it. And here's actually the results of our training. Okay. So Vulcan is now 34, and he learned a new move, that being Flamethrower. He learned it at like, what, 33, I think, or literally just at 34. We have Thundero, who's level 33, no new moves. But we did find a TM last episode, which I cut out of the video. It was for acrobatics. He doesn't know it yet, but he is very close to evolving, actually. He evolves very soon. Ripper is close to 32. Nothing new. There's nothing new on Brutus. He is also close to 32. And Boom, well, he just knows Fire Punch. Boom is not very special in my eyes, but he is a very special Pokemon. Anyways, we just gotta go through here. And again, this is a very big place. Alright, so there's this hipster here. That means we're going in the right direction. This guy over here, he just sells like the weather rocks that people use in like competitive, like heat rock, smooth rock, all of those. So I have gone here. I did not go down here yet, but I do know, well actually, I tried recording this part, but I had to stop recording because something, like a personal thing I had to do. So there is going to be a Team Dimension grunt down here, or maybe a few. I don't quite know how many. Well, here's one. You really just turned from me, boy? Damn, bro. Here I was talking about you. You give me the cold shoulder like, goddamn. Don't y'all just hate that? Y'all hate it when that happens? Also, those moss rocks throw me off so much. It's like, can you evolve an Eevee right there? Also, here's, this guy is completely useless, There's nothing back there of importance. Also, here's an item. Okay. So down here is obviously 2 dimension grunts. This was where I had to leave off because I got a text from a family member. I needed to help them with something. Anyways, here's what they said. It's dangerous this way. Team Dimension doesn't want anyone to get hurt. That's a load of bullshit. Wait, weren't we carrying out an illegal research? This is why I say bullshit. You damn junk, we're blown now. We'll shut your mouth with a battle. It's 2 versus 1. You're done. Don't move. And here comes Alice. I saw you were coming in here, so I ran after you. I see you're having some troubles here. Why on God's green earth is there a girl just, casually following a dude she just met, like, I don't know, a day ago, into a damn dark cave for no reason? Like, dude. Oh, okay. Yeah, that somewhere that makes sense. Need help against these 2? Let's fight then. I mean, no, not really. Anyways, here we go, everybody. Okay, here we are. Team Dimension Duo. They both have 4 Pokemon. We have 5. Alice has God knows how many. Like, probably still 2. Also, I actually went onto the wiki, which is how I found out when Thundero evolves. Turns out this form Vulcan is in is actually a physical attacker, which explains why Firefang does so much. Alright, so now we have a Clink down. I could have sworn somewhere Clink has Sturdy. Also, you're pecking 2 Metal Gears. I want you to think about this clearly, Alice. What will pecking 2 Metal Gears do? Anyways, we're just gonna burn the gears, because that actually does something. Not just in Pokemon, but in real life. That's how you get melted metal. Okay, now Ripper is 32. And her Shock Bird is going for Spark. Hey man, you better hit the paralysis. Or not. How does beat up work? Let's actually send in Thundero. Thundero can definitely do something. Unlike someone else's Shock Bird. That did nothing to us. That, legitimately, I saw that Air do nothing. Oh, so ours should be a lot faster than hers. Brutus is now level 32. Okay, wrong menu. Have y'all ever seen a Golbat with its mouth closed, by the way? It's actually kind of the funniest thing. To me, it's more funny because that I can actually see as normal, unlike Gyarados, which always has its mouth open. I've seen Gyarados with its mouth closed. It just doesn't look right to me. Like, there's some Pokemon that have their mouths just hanging open, and when they're closed, to me, it's just normal. For example, like Flacoco, Gibble, Garchomp. I mean, the anime it has its mouth closed, but in the games, it has it open, so. Anyways, okay, you can pass, but do spare us. No, we're turning you into scraps. Oh, you laughed. What? Well, she's following us. Okay. It's nice to spend time with you, even in a situation like this. Okay, so she's gonna say the same thing. I see another one. I didn't know what he said. I skipped it. Okay, PO8. I should just call him Pob. Okay, yeah, I feel like Alice, you are a terrible partner, you know? Like, what level is her Shock Bird? Anyways, we're gonna give her the easy target, you know? Hit that Golbat with an electric move. If you can even do that. Oh, her Shock Bird's 27. Okay, I was thinking it was 16. Maybe that's its level when we last fought her, like, in front of the second gym. I think that's when we last fought her. But you didn't listen. I said use an electric move. Wait, oh, Vulcan is confused. Anyways, oh, he hurt himself. Meh. At least we could see if Alice will do something. She did! Oh my god. For the first time in history, folks, Alice did something useful. Not useful enough, that is. Actually, I take that back. That was very useful. Also, I literally mentioned Vulcan being more physical in this form, yet I'm going for Flamethrower because it's just easier for me to use it in this form. Okay, Vulcan is now 35. So Thundero, he literally just leveled up. Drill Peck, we are absolutely learning. Let's forget Aerial Ace. Sure, Aerial Ace can't miss. But hey, Drill Peck does a bit more damage. And with that, Thundero is finally evolving. Our first fully evolved member on this team. And it feels great, because our starters in this game can't evolve, they just get a form. They get the specialist treatment of them all. Anyways, he is now a Harrock. Or Harrock, or... how do you pronounce it? Like, they should have an official pronunciation, you know? Harrock, or... Okay, here's this guy. Maybe we can actually test out Thundero's new power. Alright. Also... oh! Okay, yeah, actually we might have to use a Vulcan for this fight. 2 steel types, I almost called them metal types. Well, also, the wiki did say that the Pokemon that Thundero is, Harrock, is actually somehow a special attacker, and Shockbird is a physical attacker. I'm like, huh. How'd it go from physical to special? Also, you're going for an electric attack on something that kind of... oh, well, I mean, you paralyzed it. Also, I believe it was in a video, or when I was training, but our Blingrim actually got poisoned. Which is weird, because not only is it a steel type, it's a poison type, so it is double immune to poison status. Which I thought was weird. It's like, how do you get poisoned? You're a poison type and a steel type. Anyways, there's... okay, so there is another. Something tells me... oh. Okay, I don't think we should be here yet. Let's go all the way around, everybody. And by that, I mean we're going down here. Alright, here we are. Okay, I misread his name horribly. I thought the 4 was a W, so I thought it said wow. Oh, this is a perfect matchup for Thundero. Also, I just realized Vulcan is healed, so that means Alice must be healing our Pokemon every battle. Anyways, hey Alice, this is the superior to your Shockbird. Oh, look at you, going for useful attacks. You finally did something. Anyways, we're gonna do it better. I'm so glad Thundero has reached his true potential. Again, you're doing nothing! That actually just did 3 HP. That is literally nothing. Okay, he's sending in a Golbat. Oh, so he had 3 Pokemon? I thought he would have had, like, just 2 Zubats. Or at least 4 Pokemon. Anyways, we're going for Spark on Golbat. Because, you know, Thundero's built different. He could take down a Golbat, hopefully. I was right. Thundero, you did a good job. Boom is now 34. Alright, now we won the battle. Oh, we got $2,000? Damn. Wait. They're robots, so what are they doing with the money? Oh, so I just saw where we're supposed to be. Yeah, clearly we... Oh, protein. Doesn't that do physical? Because if so, I believe Brutus evolves into a physical attacker. Oh, so we have a Dusk Stone. Forgot to mention that. We were training in another cave in a previous episode that I say we had trained, and well, there's a place that had a Dusk Stone. Okay, let's see what... Yes, it does do that. So Brutus does evolve into a physical attacker later on, so I'm gonna just, you know, force feed him this. Anyways, let's go back up, do a whole loop-de-doop. Kinda reminds me of that How to Tie Your Shoe song from SpongeBob. Do the loop-de-doop thing. Don't know how the lyrics go at all. Also, hey old coot, tell me this freak wants to rob you. Sir, even robots have feelings. Not right now, but you know, maybe in like 2030. Or 2026. Everything inside this cave is our property. You can't just call something your property without, you know, proof that it is your property. I think that's how it works. Okay, here we are, challenged by P08. Let's call him Pob. He's sending in Ghastly and Golbat. Alice, take the Golbat down with Spark. I'm begging you. Anyways, we're gonna go for the Fire Fang. Ghastly is down. Now let's see if Alice actually can listen. You're going for Confuse Ray. You now know how difficult this will make our battle team dimension. She doesn't already listen. What'd I tell you? Anyways, we're cooking this bat. Not literally, as that's quite bad actually. To cook a bat, you know. This is 2025 when I'm... Okay, for a minute I just looked at my computer clock and I thought it said 2026. I'm like, wait, did I skip a year? No, it's still 2025 when I'm saying this. Yeah, so this is just, you know, the world went south when a bat was cooked, you know. Anyways, that bat got electrocuted. Also, I actually really wanted to snap my fingers because that's how good the Team Dimension theme was. But then I remembered that today, something actually happened other than me having to help a family member. Right after, like, I was with my dogs. They're hunting dogs, by the way. They are not house dogs, so I don't really like them at all. So I'm, like, trying to get, like, I don't remember what I'm doing, but I believe they're, like, I don't know, they're, like, messing around with each other. They, like, got me from behind, or just approached me. So I try to snap my fingers to get them away, because usually that works. And like, there's two of them, a male and a female. I hit the female one right in the tooth, and my middle finger is the part that hit the tooth, and I don't know what tooth it hit, but it made my middle finger get cut, like, right at the tip of it. And now it just started, like, bleeding only a little bit, so I had to get a Band-Aid. And it still hurts, you know? Well, less a bit, but it still stings. Because it's just like, damn. A dog's tooth was that sharp that it cut my finger when I flicked it, okay? I basically flicked their finger by snapping. Anyways, what are you kids doing here? I don't know. What are we doing here? Okay, 8X. Okay, Nunville. That's new. Anyways, Alice, you go for the Golbat, okay? Do us that one solid. Anyways, Nunville is down instantly. No surprise from Vulcan. Ripper is now 33. Poison Jab, that is actually... Well, I have actually a few favorite moves from Pokemon. One of which is Stone Edge, one is Crunch, and the other is Poison Jab. Poison Jab is probably my favorite move of them all, because I always like the animation, mainly in like Gen 7 and Gen 8, especially Gen 8, because Sword and Shield, I used the Toxtricity amped up form. I called it Trox. Dude, that animation is just so cool whenever it's being used by Toxtricity. Because it looks like something Toxtricity would just know, and that animation, oh, it's insane. Anyways, Brutus is learning Ice Fang. Oh, that is good. We can get rid of Icy Wind. Now he knows 2 physical moves that are Ice type. By the way, he knows 2 other physical moves. I'm acknowledging that. Okay, I thought we had someone learn Wing Attack. I'm like, wait, what? No, Golbat knows Wing Attack. Okay. I also believe I mentioned in another episode that there are 2 other Pokemon that I want on my team, one of which comes very late. One of them we might just get this episode. In fact, we are right next to the Pokemon I want. Because last episode I mentioned I like fossil Pokemon. I used only 2 of them on a team. One was for Let's Go Pikachu. I used my boy Kabutops. Kabutops is probably my favorite fossil Pokemon. I like Dracovish, but I never used it because I have Sword, so it's much more difficult to get it there. But I also like Rampardos. Rampardos was my favorite for so long, I used it in Brilliant Diamond. He did not let me down. Anyways, here's Team Dimension. You did well digging out these fossils, but they are property of Team Dimension now. How many times do I have to tell people they can't call dibs on something just because they saw it, dude? No, such a discovery cannot fall into your criminal hands. Please, someone help me, guys. You looking for a fight? You got it. Alright, here we go, everybody. Team Dimension. Double battle, I believe. All for the sake of some fossils. Alright, we're up against Team Dimension Duo. Okay, we're up against Papillion and Clink. We're gonna go for the Clink. Alice, you could take care of the Papillion. Because we all know Alice can't do much to a Clink. We watched her use Pack on it. Okay, so that did exactly 25 damage. Nightshade is a move that's just like Seismic Toss. It's literally the Ghost-type Seismic Toss. They both do damage based on the user's level. So, like, if your Pokemon is level 100, you use Nightshade or Seismic Toss on a Pokemon that has exactly 100 HP, it's gonna be an OHKO. Anyways, we're going for Fire Fang. Oh, I thought we went for the Aron. No, we went for Papillion. Oh, well. I mean, Aron has 30, so... I mean, if Alice is going for a weak move, like Spark on the Aron, it helps break Sturdy. I actually kind of like Aron quite a bit, mainly Aggron. Also, okay, I was wondering how Shockbird lived that. It didn't. It genuinely didn't. Okay, so they're setting in Blingrim. What's Alice? Okay, of course, it's Pikachu. It's Pikachu! Anyways, we're going for their Blingrim. That thing's faster than Vulcan? Damn. Actually, they're faster than everything on the field. Why are you raising your speed if you outspeed everything? Why? Like, I doubt they can lower your speed. We can't even lower your speed. Why? Are you literally trying to be also? Again, is she trying to be like Sonic the damn Hedgehog? Also, let's see here. 65... 90 per... Ooh. Yeah, let's forget Uproar, actually. No, that might have been our biggest mistake. Uproar, it's like Roll Out. Except it doesn't get stronger. Actually, no. That might have just been good, actually. What did you go for? That literally did like 1 HP on the damn thing. Anyways, I feel like Aggron's quite a cool Pokemon. Like, at one point, Nidoking... Yes, Nidoking. That Gen 1 Pokemon. He was my favorite Pokemon at one point. I feel like Aggron, it's just a Hoenn version of Nidoking. If regional forms existed all the way back then, Aggron would have been a Hoenn version of Nidoking. It wouldn't have been called Aggron, it would have just been called Nidoking. But then they'd have to remake Aron, give it like metal ears. Lairon looks just like Nidorino, but without ears, so that's quite good. Anyways, that battle is yours, but the war is far from over. That's nothing compared to our general's great design. You have a general? Wait, I just realized. They have a general, they have sergeants. So, are they like a damn military? Anyways, the scientist says, "Thank you so much, guys. You saved my life. Those thugs forced me to find these fossils in the cave. At first, I was submissive, but when I found these 2 treasures of ancient times, my scientist mind took over. I've never seen such a thing, and I could never let those villains take them. I'll give you the honor of picking one to repay you. I'm sure it'll be safe in your hands." And I know exactly which fossil I want to take, and it's not the handprint. It is going to be the fossil of an ancient Pokemon that came from outer space. Solidified ink. Absolutely, I want it. I found the space fossil. This is the one I want for my team. Anyways, Al says, "You can have it. I wouldn't know what to do with it. Ha ha ha." You probably wouldn't. But then again, since you probably would as well, considering we met you at the campus, so you'd go there, find a book, and be like, "What do I do with the fossil?" They'd find out instantly before us. Anyways, he says, "Well, so I'm glad to take this one for further examination in a lab. It was nice helping you in such an adventure, but I really gotta go now." Why were you here? You literally followed us. You met us like a day ago. Why were you following us, Alice? "Come with me, sir. You can't just cross the cave all alone without any Pokemon." This dude has no Pokemon? God damn it. What were you thinking? At least bring like something. I don't like a Rhyhorn or a Rhydon. These nuts. Anyways, there's a Fisher here. Hey, look at that, I bypassed him. Wait, actually, is he a trainer at all? Nope. Oh, he gave us an old rod. Also, I wouldn't call Magikarp an actual hunk of junk. I mean, it is quite cool, you know. It comes a Gyarados. There must... Let's see. What is in this pond? I just realized we don't have our fishing rod equipped. So... a Comet Shard. You know, we just got a Space Fossil, and now he gives us a Comet Shard. This is peak cinema. Or is it peak cinema? I don't know. Like, is it just ironic or comedic? I don't know. Or is it actually peak cinema? I could not tell you in the slightest. I want to help a young ruined maniac like you. If you want to learn more about fossils, head to Doroto Village. Alright, and I believe that's probably where we can restore it. Not quite sure, but I am sure at the same time. You know, you always gotta be like sure and not sure at the same time, you know. Anyways, before I see what that dude does, he might be a trainer. I'm gonna go down here. Oh, finally, that guy moved. Anyways, it's just a cleanse tag. And here's the trainer. Okay, it's Black Belt Raidu. You know, change that, the T to a K and put like an O before the U. Your name should be Raikou. Raikou is actually my favorite legendary Pokemon of all time. It used to be Groudon. Then I thought it was probably Mewtwo. Mewtwo is like my second favorite. But then I realized, like, my first ever Pokemon game was Pokemon Ranger 3 Guardian Signs. I never finished it. But, like, the first legendary you encounter in the game, you can't catch Pokemon in Pokemon Ranger, you wrangle them. So they're basically just like allies. They're still wild Pokemon, even when you walk around with them. We meet Raikou in it, and I just thought Raikou was so cool. Anyways, this guy said he's a failure. I mean, kinda. I mean, you just used 2 fighting types. Like, you're not a gym leader, dude. I feel like only a fighting type gym leader could just pull that off. Anyways, let's see what this dude says. Okay, so according to a map, there's buried treasure. Okay. Ruin Maniac Bruno? You mean like the Kanto Elite Four who became a Johto Elite Four? Oh, so he's using this damn thing. This thing drops a lot of XP. I'm gonna use a Fire Fang. I'm probably gonna bring out all of my Pokemon against this thing, because I want them, well, except Boom. I want them all to get this mad XP. Also, this thing is level 27, so it's not that much lower than us, so the XP will be crazy. And this thing hit another crit. It literally hit a crit on Vulcan. It hit a crit on Thundero. If it hits a crit on Ripper, I'm gonna be surprised. Okay, it didn't hit a crit, but it used Payday. Here's Metal Claw. We could send in Brutus, but he is quad weak to fighting, but we're gonna do it. Hope for Payday. Or another move. He's down. But we can revive him and he still gets the XP. I mean, and that the only reason that is, if you revive a Pokemon, they can still get the XP. And that's because they participated in the battle. They have to participate in the battle to get the XP. Alright, let's go for the revive, obviously. Ripper can obviously take any hit this thing throws at us. Except for crits, it finally hit a third crit. Anyways, we're going for my favorite move. Poison Jab, it's down. This is just a lot of XP. Boom is now 35. What's up this ladder? Oh. Okay, what? How is that water not going through the damn ceiling? Anyways, there's this hiker down here. Alright, here we are with Hiker Matthew. Hikers are my least favorite trainer class. Like, genuinely, I just feel like the hikers, they always look so weird. Oh wait, we're up with Vulcan. Let's send in Ripper. He's low, but he could still do something. Or not. Oh wait, did he actually live? He did. At literally 7 HP, he lived at 7 HP. That is insane. Also, Ripper's down. But his attack rose. It has weak armor? Okay, well, it's gonna be easier to defeat. Oh wait, actually... Okay, I thought Ripper lived at like 3, but no. Yeah, let's send in Thundero. This isn't a good matchup for Thundero, but hey, he can, you know, still, you know, go through the ground type attacks considering he's a flying type, so that means nothing to him. The only thing I believe he's weak to is ice types and rock types. And he took down a rock type, so... No. We're not switching. We're gonna revive Ripper. I also just noticed there's a last use item thing. And here he goes for a rock move. Thundero's pretty bulky. Oh, we fell straight down because of Smackdown. Now he can hit us with any ground move. We're going for a Drill Pack. Look, how did you live? You should not have lived that, Thundero. Yet you did. Anyways, he can't hit us with the Bulldoze now, because now we're back in the air. Anyways, we got it to half. Wait, how long does Smackdown's effect go for? Thundero is down. Oh my god. How does that effect work? I thought it was literally just for that turn. Anyways, Ripper's gonna get revenge. Not just for going down, but for Thundero going down. By using a Metal Claw. And he took out the Grappler. He's now level 34. So is Brutus. Yo, deleted. Bruh. That was a groan of pain, dude. That pun. Dear God. Actually, hang on. What else is down there? Was there like... Okay, no, it's just that guy. We beat him. Alright. Yes, I would like to use another. Okay, now we're gonna heal. It only costs $500, but hey, we have enough money to spend. Oh my god, it's a hippo. Anyways, here's the exit. Here we are on Route 7, and hey look, some logs! It actually looks quite beautiful at this time. What the hell? What's blocking? What's blocking? What the hell? That's weird. Something is literally blocking me right there. It's like 2 pixels wide. Anyways, here's a trainer. Do you smell? Is it sulfur? Oh, I forgot sulfur smells like shit. Backpacker Arena, you're sending out Pepequeno. Actually, I know where to find Pepequeno. It was actually the route just before Gravity, well, before we entered Gravity Tunnel, I believe, is where you could find Pepequeno. It's actually a grass and fire type, so I'm gonna hit it with the takedown. It went down. I mean, I guess takedown lives true to its name. It took it down. Whimsicott. That is definitely weak to anything we throw at it. Let's go for Hyper Voice. Let's talk to this guy. Have you seen my hippopotamus? Yes, we have. Actually, let's go back to it. Wait, what if we actually need strength to move it or something? Oh, so I noticed this dude. Hey, buddy. I must bring food to the master. That's ominous, bro. Anyways, we found a soft sand. And we could clearly see there's sand up there. Anyways. Get ready for the strikeout. Is that Babe Ruth? It is not Babe Ruth, but it is Baseball Ace Sawyer. He's sending in Sneasel. Oh, that's a bad look for you, buddy. Because we got Flamethrower. Was he sending in Glaceon? Absolutely not, bro. Wait, why is the baseball guy got ice types? Is it because they want to cool off or something? I mean, actually, it is summer right now. I have a brother who's doing baseball. So maybe he could actually, no, I don't want him to explain it because he doesn't like Pokemon at all. Because again, it is summer. I guess baseball, it gets hot out there. Okay, Thundero is now 36, Vulcan grew to 37. Strike 3 for you? No, it was more like Strike 2, but actually no, I guess Strike 3 counts. Strike 1 was challenging us to a battle, Strike 2 was when Sneasel went down, Strike 3 was Glaceon. What the heck was that? Huh? That was what that was? It was actually this dude? I was wondering what the hell happened. Anyways. Okay. Okay, so there's a palm tree, so this is the next city. And we are here in Ishtar City. That kind of reminds me of Ishizu Ishtar from, like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, the original series, the one with Yugi. There was a character called Ishizu, and, she lost brutally to Seto Kaiba. She's like, you cannot, like, I don't know, like, she said, you cannot change your destiny. He's like, okay, bet. He turned Obelisk the Tormentor in for Blue Eyes White Dragon. She's like, oh, I did not see this coming, and instantly folded. And anyways, I believe this is where the next gym is. So, and there's a load of berries and a bunch of zombies up there. So, I guess this should be a great stopping point for today's video. I will see you all in the next one, where we will probably take on the gym. And maybe a Xeno Pokemon, as I know this is the work of a Xeno... Also, how did we walk through that berry? Like, what? Oh, anyways, as I was saying, we are probably going to take on a Xeno Pokemon, and then the gym leader. So, in the next episode, I will see you all when that happens. But, so until then, as always, farewell and peace out, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like and subscribe as well, as that actually means a lot to me. And again, peace out.